Welcome to our Monday session. I was supposed to be online last Monday, July 4th, but I was asked to delay until this week. And interestingly, that I had a visitor on Saturday, which is 2 days ago. The visitor is my grandson. 1 year old, my first grandson. And you know what I learned from him? Very interesting lessons that I have learned. When we feed him some food he enjoys, he'll swallow it and chew on it. He has 6 teeth. He's 1 year old, so he cannot communicate, doesn't even call mama or papa. Of course, far less grandpa. But if he finds something he doesn't like, he'll throw it on the floor. So it's really a war zone. I told my colleagues that it is more tiring than a game of golf. And so we have to mop it, we have to clean it after every meal. And he's more energetic than I am. I have to chase him around the house, and he like a rhino, rhinoceros. He'll march and hit on anything that's on his way. He does not make a turn. So what did I learn? What I learned is the preference of food is biological. In other words, nobody taught him to like this or to hate that. It was all up to him because he can't communicate with us at all. And whatever we feed him, if he likes it, he'll eat it. If he doesn't, he'll throw it away. And you know what I learned from this? That's the beginning of our ego. Make sense? I always thought ego was accumulation of our experiences and knowledge and lessons we learned in lives. So we construct a priority list. I like money first, love second, and so when I live, I chase after money more than love. But that was later. How the first original ego was formulated, I have witnessed in my grandson. In other words, it's biological. I mean, there's no other way to explain it. So, if it's biological, it got to do with genes. If it got to do with genes, it's karma. Okay? For instance, I was born in December, where the earth is muddy, So there's very little fire to make the earth into bricks. So I'm like a muddy person with all kind of a junk in this mud. And there is no anything sharp like a metal object. I have lots of garbage in me and nothing particularly standing out. Same thing with my body. I can't eat anything that is too watery because it's going to cause me diarrhea. Okay? So therefore, this physical is related to our ego. That's how we developed our ego. Make sense to you? This is the first time I think I found something interesting. I always thought we learned from our experiences, but I never really thought about how it was originated. It was originated from the time when my mama feed me. When my mama feed me, I pick and choose. I like this, I don't like that. And each baby is different, you know. So I'm very thankful that my daughter-in-law brought over my grandchildren to visit us for the first time, my first grandchildren. And I observed him for 2 days, and I learned, wow, I think we were all born with the ego, a preference, a judgment, and it's biological. It got nothing to do with knowledge, with acquired taste or acquired interest. It's just pure biological. And if it's biological, it got to do with our genes. If it got to do with our genes, Sifu called it karma. Everything starts to make sense now. And we all know what ego can do to us. Because we pick and choose, we discriminate, we live our life in a more limited fashion. In other words, I don't like dancing, I don't like karaoke, I only like wine. And we live a very limited life. I don't like short person, I like blue-eyed person more. All these preferences limit our life. And it jailed us into a certain lifestyle. Make sense? And worse, because we can only make judgment with our five senses, our eyes, our nose, our mouth, and our ears. Beyond the five senses, we have no idea what they are. How does the sea, the ocean rises? How does the fruit become a fruit from a flower? How does a butterfly turn from a worm into a butterfly? We have no idea. But these are the beauty of the universe. We live in this universe, and majority of what the universe does, we have no idea. We thought we're scientists, we know everything. No, scientists are still discovering the secret of the universe in so many different aspects, and still we don't even know how our body works. How many of us really know how our body works? Only partially, here and there, bits and pieces. So the practice of Chan meditation is to get rid of our ego. So that we can live with our heart. Why heart? Heart is the only, let's call it an instrument, we can feel peace and love. Can your ego feel peace and love? You cannot. And the heart has no memories. It does not analyze. It doesn't think. It only feels. That's why this practice is called heart Chan. Everything is heart. Once we dropped our ego, once we raise the sensitivity of our heart, we are liberated from all the sufferings, all the expectations, all the frustrations, all the ego-oriented problems. You know? Someone say, with no preference, with no ego thinking, how do you guide your life? Well, it does take courage. It takes courage to live a life that is purely based on your heart. In other words, people would say, how can you love him? He's such an asshole. Just try. Try you love him once, twice, 3 times, million times, he'll change. Because fundamentally, we all have heart. We all can feel love and peace. It's our ego blocked away. Our ego generated hatred, distance, generated preferences, discriminations. It's not easy to drop an ego because we were born with a preference. You know, I like my grandchildren, my grandchild. His name is Joshua. And he told me, you know, it's a biological thing. We can't get rid of it. And we are controlled by our ego. It takes effort. It takes effort to quiet our mind, raise the sensitivity of our heart, and so that we can be in sync with the messages, the wisdom of the universe. That's why Chan, based on my teacher, is defined as the power of wisdom, the power of life force, the power of manifestation. It's a power. It is an energy. It is a message, an energetic message. It is a fundamental life force and wisdom that created and managed the entire universe. How come a tree grow? How a grass grow? How does a flower grow? It's all the same fundamental energy of the universe. And we call it Chan. And if you say, exactly what is Chan? I can't tell you that. You have to feel it. In other words, when we meditate enough, when we reach a certain state of being, when we reach a certain state of feeling, you're going to find a horizon that you never experienced before. And if you ask yourself how you describe it, good luck. So, what liberation is really liberation from our ego, liberation from our discriminatory mind, liberation from our judgment, our preferences, and just accept all, because Chan is all. All is Chan. You know, I mentioned this example many times before. In Buddhism, there's a thing called the other shore. Exactly where is the other shore? I mean, and someone put it beautifully. I wanted to remind you and share with you. I shared this so many times, I'm actually embarrassed to share it again, but I love I love the parallel. He said, the other shore is the shore beyond your comfort zone, beyond the zone that you agree with, beyond the zone that you like. In other words, everything you dislike, everything that beyond you feel comfortable with, everything that you hated is the other shore. So therefore, Chan is all. We have to accept all, because the universe is all. And our ego and our five senses limit our reaching for all, accepting for all. And in Christianity, they call this surrender yourself to God, meaning whatever God provided for you, you accept it. And we don't use the same word. We don't use the same terminology. But we basically practice the same way. Accept all. Deal with all. Don't pick and choose, because it limits your scope, limits your potential. And once we are truly in sync with the universe, with all, then we live a wonderful life with no sorrows, no suffering, and everything is pure love and peace. I think most of you know about this. I think most of you understood all this. I mean, I'm just babbling away. But I'm so happy that I discovered from my grandchild that ego is inherited through our biological body from our biological parents, grandparents, and genes of generations. So we cannot avoid it, okay? We can only bypass it. And the more we practice heart center meditation, the more we can bypass it. And once you bypass it, you're going to live in a state of being beyond your wildest dreams. You're going to be in sync with so many interesting phenomena, and I can't tell you everything. You have to experience it. Once you experience it, you're going to find, whoa, that is exciting. And that's why Chan is always cannot be described, cannot be explained, because it's just a state of being. And it's the being also in each moment, not a moment too early, not a moment too late, and it's just in each moment. So we live fully in each moment, because the current moment is the mother of the next moment, you know? And then somebody would say, you're being irresponsible if you live only in the current moment. Well, it depends on your perspective. In other words, if your ego always thinking, oh, I need to prepare for tomorrow, for the year after, if you live this moment to the fullest of your capabilities, why worry about tomorrow? Because you did all you can. And worrying doesn't really help anything. Okay? So, therefore, drop the ego, live truly with full of your love and peace and calmness at each moment will help us all and will in turn make the world a better place. So that's what I like to share. And anyone has any comments or questions? Well, like I suspected, everyone already knows about the problem we face because our internal ego. So let's practice, because understanding is one thing and reaching a certain state of being is something else. And only we can experience the power of Chan is through meditation. Like always, I enjoy the three-center alignment. Let's practice the three-center alignment, shall we? Sit up straight and close our eyes. Take a deep breath. Then focus on the navel chakra. Navel chakra is about inch or two behind our belly button. As long as you feel the vibration of the navel chakra, and place your entire focus on the navel chakra. The more focus you place on the navel chakra, the bigger the vibration you're going to sense. Then the navel chakra become bigger, as big as your tummy. And the chi that's vibrating from the navel chakra going to reach your shoulders, down your arms into your palms, up to your head, heat up your face, warm up your forehead, massage your scalps. It's going to circle around left and right, reach your kidneys. And also, it will migrate your legs, down your legs, into your feet. Your feet going to feel some tingling sensation at the bottom of your feet. Now your whole body should feel some kind of like a balloon filled with chi, your whole body. And the distinction of your arms and legs and torso begin to disappear. You're going to feel just a bunch of chi. Very comfortable, very fulfilling. Now if you search around your root chakra for the gentleman is near the prostate, for the ladies is near your cervix. Just that general area, it doesn't have to pinpoint exactly where it is. You're going to find root chakra vibrating as well. If you have problem, I won't say problem, if you cannot find it, then contract your anus as you exhale, and then release it after you inhale. You're going to find root chakra vibrating until it starts to generate chi upward. You're going to reach your heart chakra. The root chakra and the navel chakra and the heart chakra all be filled with chi. The heart chakra begin to vibrate. Then the chi from root chakra going to be reaching the heart chakra. The heart chakra vibrates and will generate, the heart chakra will become also bigger and will reach the Tan chakra or the crown chakra on the top of our head, the center of our head. It's going to fill up our eye socket, going to reach our Dharma eye chakra in between our eyebrows. It's also going to pass to our wisdom chakra. Wisdom chakra is on top of our neck bone, directly behind our eyebrows. Once you can feel all these chi, then let's line up the three chakras, the root chakra, the heart chakra, and the 10th chakra into a straight line. I usually need to sit up straight, tucking my chin a little bit, so that the 10th chakra, because I have a little bit slouching, so I need to tuck in my chin and line up the 10th chakra on top of the heart, on top of the root chakra. The 10th chakra is the center of the universe. The heart chakra is center of human. The root chakra is center of the earth. In Chinese we call it 天地人. The three chakra line up in a straight line. And you may see a column of light just going through your whole body, from 10th chakra to heart chakra to root chakra. Right now you probably don't feel much of your body. You only can feel this chi going through your body and the light that is in your center of your body, the three center alignment. As you know, we have 10 chakras. The three center alignment is the first state all heart-side meditators better reach. It's the basic fundamental practice. And then we'll work on other chakras as we continue later in other sessions. Now, please pick a chakra or a spot in your body to focus on and enter into Canding. Canding is a state of immobility, extreme focus into a state of spiritual state. And let me repeat again, into a spiritual state of being. As always, we don't call an end to this session. The online will automatically be shut down without any more notice. Just meditate for as long as you can, even without an online connection, because like the sixth patriarch said, we all had within ourselves. We don't need anything external. Even Buddha said, anyone can reach enlightenment like him if we get rid of our attachment to ego and dharma.